Hi everyone, my name is Kelsey. Welcome to my channel where I discuss all things kooky and spooky to cutesy and juicy. Today we are going to discuss personal style and my journey with it. So overall, I would say that I've pretty much always been a very stylish person. I've always been into fashion. I've always loved creating. But within the last, at least I'll say 5 years, finding my style has been so important to me. I am approaching closer to 30. I'm going to be 29 in January. And I think as you get older, you want to feel like your style just feels more natural, more you, just very curated to who you are as a person, and it just feels authentic. So let's discuss some things that I feel like really helped me in my journey that I think could also help you out. So number one is to just have some ground rules. The ground rules, number one, I will say, no trends. No, number two, I'll say no aesthetics, and then also having a no list. So as far as trends and aesthetics, I feel like there are people that are very trendy, and being trendy is kind of their style. I think that honestly, it's really kind of stylish in a way to be able to kind of become a chameleon and allowing yourself to express yourself in different styles. And honestly, I feel like that's very freeing. So, but I feel like there's a difference with being trendy and that's just what you like you like to stand out, you like to try a lot of different things, versus always trying to follow a trend and always just looking for the next thing. And you can't really find your true style unless you stop following trends. The reason why I say that is if you're always following trends, you're only going based off of what's popular and what other people like versus what you actually like. And trends, I mean, it's not a new thing. I mean, trends are by the decade. I mean, they're by even every 2 to 5 years. I mean, we've seen so many different trends on TikTok, which then gets me next into aesthetics. No aesthetics. Again, even aesthetics is not a new thing. I think that falling into aesthetics is really more about community. It's more about finding people that are like-minded, that share your interest, and that's fine. But I think that having an aesthetic really boxes you in. And I'll give you my own personal experience. So I was really into aesthetics. I'm also on TikTok. And aesthetics is a really big thing on TikTok. And I found myself drawn to several different aesthetics or styles. But the thing is, aesthetics just makes you feel boxed in. The reason why is because aesthetics is not necessarily just about the style, but it also may be about the lifestyle, the mindset, the people that you hang out with. Like it's an entire lookbook for your life, and you want to fit that aesthetic from A to Z. Now, I liked several aesthetics. I like the classic chic aesthetic. I liked kind of vampy, dark, mysterious elegance. I liked coquette, which is supposed to be, I think the meaning has kind of changed a bit, but the coquette that I'm talking about is kind of the pink, pretty princess kind of magical aspects of it. And then there was like siren core. Now there was like office siren core. It's so much stuff, right? And when you have an actual style, are there going to be things that you naturally gravitate towards? Yes, absolutely. But you never want to box yourself into this spot of, well, I'm a part of this aesthetic, so I can't wear this. Even though I love it, I've been thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about it since it's been at the store. I cannot buy it because it doesn't fit my aesthetic. No. So get rid of aesthetics. Do not follow trends. Next is having a strict no list. So for me, my strict no are polka dots. I'm not a fan of polka dots. I've never really been a fan of polka dots, and I'm not going to be in the business of trying things with polka dots because it's trendy. I know I don't like polka dots. I'm not going to waste my money nor my time trying to make fetch happen and make polka dots happen for me. So, buying things that you truly do love. So I don't buy polka dots. I personally don't buy printed pants. I'm not a real big fan of ponte pants, Ponte. I'm not a really big fan of those. But have a strict no list on things that you're not going to buy because you genuinely just don't vibe with them. Don't even bring them into your closet, because all you're going to do is just have it sitting in your closet and collecting dust. Okay? Moving on. With your style, let's kind of do a study and analysis. So part of what helped me was, one, studying my color palette, being able to study my body type. I even went into studying my essence. And so that was able to help me find clothes that looked good on me, but I also felt really good in. So I'm in hourglass shape, and I always wondered why there were certain things that I felt like just didn't look very good on me, or maybe I just didn't feel comfortable in. And so finding clothes through trial and error, finding clothes that really fit well for my body, they draped really well, I wasn't having to pull or tug to make it look good, and just being very harmonious in the way that I look and feel. As far as the color palette, doing a color analysis, I was able to find that I am a dark winter. That also helped my look quite a bit, because I was someone that swore up and down that my colors are within the fall colors. I loved fall neutrals, and though there's nothing wrong with that, when I look back on pictures, I felt like something looked really off about me, but I couldn't figure out why. I wasn't wearing the right colors. Luckily, there were some of the colors that were in my palette that I was already drawn to, that I had in my closet, that I felt I looked absolutely beautiful in. And so I was able to keep those pieces and slowly but surely kind of start taking out the things that don't fit in my color palette. Now, am I necessarily throwing out everything that doesn't fit in my color palette? Am I throwing it out? Am I throwing it away? No, because there are things that I genuinely like, and I don't necessarily care that it's not fully in my color palette. I'll still wear it anyway. As far as essence, if you want to really get on the deep end of that, the essence I think is based off just like your vibe. I think it also goes into maybe your face shape. I think it goes into, I think it just kind of goes, it's really about your aura. And so I found that I ended up having romantic essence, which made sense. I really enjoyed long, flowy skirts, dresses. I liked layers. I don't really like anything too tight. And so after doing this study and analysis, I was able to confirm a lot of the things that I already knew, but I was able to actually put it into practice. Sorry, I'm looking down at my notes. So as far as styles that I like, so I know I had talked earlier about liking kind of vampy styles, dark elegance, romance. I'm going to be very honest with you. There was a point where I felt like my style was boring, and I felt like I wasn't interesting enough. And this is why. My style is very versatile, which is good, but it's versatile between everyday wear and office wear. And for me, being in my 20s, I felt like my outfits, my style was considered boring, for a person my age. So I liked very classic looks. I liked things that had some structure. I don't really have club outfits. I don't enjoy them. My outfit is versatile between going to work, being able to go to a cocktail bar after, and being able to comfortably run errands. So you're gonna have to realize that in discovering your style, no matter how much you try to fight it, no matter how many aesthetics you try to go to be a more interesting person like I did, you're going to go back to your core. Okay? You're gonna go back to your core. And my core was liking classic, elegant pieces, liking darker clothing. Okay? I was trying this whole thing where I was trying to incorporate more color and more patterns. I'm not a pattern person. And that's okay. That's a part of my style. Part of my style is having more of a classic, clean-cut look. And where I find interest is maybe having something that's abstract, maybe having things that are asymmetrical, having interesting shoes or interesting jewelry, accessories. That is what highlights my style. And I'm proud of that now, and you should be too. Don't think that just because your style and what you are really drawn to is not cool. You are cool. You just have to realize that you're cool. You have to realize that you're stylish, and go in your closet and create an outfit with the things that you already have. You don't have to keep going on TikTok shop. You don't have to keep going online or going to the stores to try to figure out how to be the next cool girl, how to be the next soft girl, how to be the next mob wife. Like, just do you, and you're gonna do great. Okay? And this was really a thing that I had to learn for myself, and I feel like I'm just now getting comfortable in it, but you don't have to pick and choose who you want to be. You don't have to just have one identity. Having style doesn't mean that you only have one kind of outfit that you wear. You can have an assortment of silhouettes and prints and, different clothing items, but it's you, it's your style because of what you do with it. So I like leather jackets, but I also like long flowy dresses and skirts. And usually having a romantic style and then having something that's edgier, those are considered two different things. But because my style is a mix of both, when someone sees each item separately, they can say, oh, that's Kelsey. That's Kelsey's style. Oh, Kelsey would definitely wear that. You know what I mean? Because that's just naturally who you are, and it naturally comes out. And people are gonna recognize what you like. And it's okay. Just be who you are. If you find that you always come back to something, you're always gravitating towards something, that is your style. Lastly, let's talk about something that I think is not discussed as much when we're talking about style, and that is lifestyle. So part of my style is one, just my overall interest in what I like, but it's also my lifestyle. I work a corporate job. My outside interests, I'm usually relaxed. I'm running errands. I go to lounges or cocktail bars, wine bars. I go to concerts. I go to festivals. I walk my dog. I create content. I create art. And so realistically, my clothing is going to match what I do on a day-to-day basis. So for me personally, I don't necessarily have a bunch of stiletto heels, because that's not what my life just isn't. That. Do I have heels for the every blue moon occasion that I'm going out and I'm really stepping out? Yes, I do. But more times than not, you're probably going to see me in Mary Jane's. You're going to see me maybe in like some loafers. You'll see me in some type of block heel, a boot, like some type of platform, but you're very rarely going to actually see me in a high heel. And it doesn't make your style any less because you aren't a part of this certain style or aesthetic. Because for a while, I was in that too. Once again, feeling like I'm in my 20s. I should be dressing a certain way. I should be looking hot. I should be looking sexy, da 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 da. I don't have any club clothes. What am I gonna do when my friends ask me, hey, we're gonna go out for drinks, what are we wearing? But you know what? Even if we do go to a bar and we bar hop, I'm just gonna wear what I like to wear. And I think honestly, the biggest compliment is when people start recognizing your style for what it is and embracing it. I recently got a comment from one of my friends, and she told me that I look like I came out of the movie Blade. Do you know how cool that is? She thought that I looked like a character from the vampire movie Blade. That's an honor, because I had like this pretty much all black ensemble with a dark red lacy top, long velvet cardigan, like duster, black pants, my black platform Mary Jane's. And she's like, yeah, you look really cute. You look like you just stepped out of a Blade movie. And I've never been happier. So I think that's all I have for now. Find your style. Be happy with your style. You are stylish. You are cool. You don't need to only pick one thing to wear for the rest of your life. You're not a cartoon character. You're allowed to change. You're allowed to have range. That makes you you. So that is it for this video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. Catch me in the next video, and also catch me on TikTok. I do make some videos on there. See you guys later. Bye.